It's time, it's time, it's time. Today is February the 12th, 2026, and it is 7:57 a.m. Be relentless. In mode 1, be relentless. In mode 1, be relentless and MODE1. The direct twin brothers from another mother. To the right, he needs no introduction. I've done multiple videos on the late Alan Roger Curry, the father of direct verbal game. My nickname for him, the Sean Connery of the Manosphere, Ramble, Mr. Pedantic, Alan Roger Curry, the king of verbal seduction. So many names. The legend, and I can go on and on and on. And a lot of people now refer to him, and myself included, the GOAT. Okay? Founder and creator of MODE1. And to the left, we have the grandfather of direct verbal game, the late David X. The direct twin brothers from another mother. Now, 2 nights ago, I made history. This was the first time that I read a book in one night. I completed a whole book in one night, and it was David X's Be Relentless. Now, I never really looked into David X. Anytime I looked into David X, it was always within collaboration with Alan Roger Curry. With my favorite episode on Alan Roger Curry's Blog Talk Radio show, You Have to Become a Man with Backbone. Check out that episode. It's my favorite episode, neck and neck with the Derek Watkins episode. How to become a man. You have to become a man with backbone. Okay? And what I learned from David X's book was, and the main thing that I learned was, everything is centered within yourself. You got to like yourself, okay? You have to understand and see yourself at high importance, that you're the most important person in the relationship with women, okay? And the most important rule, and this is one of the main areas that Alan Roger Curry and David X are twins. They both value not caring what people think about you. And from my personal experience, and this is something that I'm still working on, when you care about what people think about you, it's a lack of like for yourself, and it's a lack of respect for yourself, because what they think don't matter. They're going to think what they want to think anyway. The only thing that matters is what you think. And David X says, you have enough problems worrying about your thoughts and battling your thoughts? Why are you worried about what somebody else is thinking, good or bad? And that really, that really spoke to me. I have to stop caring about what people think, because what they think don't matter. Alan is a champion for that. Don't care about what they think. If they don't like you, so what? And the main thing is, okay, if they got a problem with what you're doing, are they going to do something about it? If it's really, okay, what do you like? This is why you don't care what they think. Are they going to do something about it? So you cannot care about what people think as a man. You can't. You cannot care about what people think. Alan Roger Curry and David X were the only two, from my understanding, direct dating coaches. Most dating coaches are indirect. And I'm going to say this. I would never bash indirect game. It's just not for me. It's just not for me. I've tried being indirect. I felt like a coward being indirect. I wasted a lot of time being indirect. I wasted a lot of resources being indirect. I'd rather be direct. That doesn't mean I have to be disrespectful. That doesn't mean I have to be rude. Okay? Communicate your interests in a respectable manner. Your delivery is based off of the conversation. And let the chips fall where they may. If a woman is offended by your direct approach, so what? If she thinks it's disrespectful, so what? That's her problem. End the conversation. Okay? But I'm so excited to do this video because I finally got a chance to, I've been wanting to read that book for years. And I was able to come across it online. And I read it in one night. A lot of men can't be direct because of the social program, Alan's terminology. They've been raised to be indirect. And from the dating coach perspective, most dating coaches, if not all of them, and I'm going to say this boldly, they don't care about their subscribers. They don't care about their supporters. They care about this. So the best way for them to get this is to keep on correcting something that can't be corrected. You can't make a woman respond a certain way. There is no one approach that works for all women. That's common sense. Some women are going to gravitate to indirect. Some women are going to gravitate to direct. My personal opinion, I think direct is more effective. You save time. You save resources. The time that you was trying to do this technique, do that technique, you could have been with somebody that's down for your program. Being direct, being MODE1, being relentless is all about being a man, being militant, being masculine, standing on what you want, going for what you want. Standing no matter what. You gotta know and feel that you deserve what you want. I ain't going on no 4 or 5 dates. For what? Like I said in my short yesterday, all women are ducks until proven doves. Value, value, and value. You got to earn the right to go on a date with me. Al and Roger Curry and David X, like I said, they're twins. They have very, very, I would say they have very, very, very small micro differences. Al and Roger Curry don't believe in going on dates. He believes that those type of things have to be earned. David X does believe in going on dates, but he has a three strike rule, just like in baseball. If he doesn't get the skins by the third date, then you're gone. It's over. You know, I would say that Alan Roger Curry and David X are more fraternal twins than identical twins, but twins nonetheless. Okay. David X is more on personality and character within being direct. Alan is more of direct being your approach, being masculine, being, bold, being cocky. He's more so gives you the things that you need in order to be MODE1. Whereas though David X, David X teaches, you know, the deservance component. You deserve what you want. And by you believing that you deserve what you want, you're going to act like you deserve what you want. That's why he says you're the most important person in a relationship. It's your way or the highway, because you see yourself as important. You see yourself up here. You respect yourself and you like yourself. That's why you can't care about what other people think. That's why you can't put no stock in the opinions of others. Okay? But like I said, I've been waiting to do this video since I read his book, and nothing but respect for the late David X and the late Alan Roger Curry. Check out You Have to Become a Man with Backbone on Spotify, Alan Roger Curry's Blog Talk Radio. And you can look up David X's stuff on YouTube. Like I said, I never looked into anything individual pertaining to David X. I always looked into David X within his collaboration with Alan Roger Curry. And David X has been on Alan Roger Curry's Blog Talk Radio show 7 times. And within that episode, which is my favorite, he plays excerpts from his past appearances on his show. And I'm going to tell you something. One thing about David X, if you're looking for a good, witty laugh, David X is the guy. He has a way of having humor. He has a way of having militancy. He has a way of having masculinity. And he has a way of being down to earth and smooth, all in one package, And he has a calm charisma. Whereas though Alan has a balance of smoothness. Alan is more of an adaptive type of deliverer. It depends on who he's talking to. Like he said, he did a MODE1 presentation at a church. Alan can be very tamed, and at the same time, he can be very explicit and very graphic. So I consider Alan is a very versatile communicator David X is more of a direct, smooth, witty, and he could be aggressive as well, you know. And he's raw. I would say David X is more raw. Now that I think of it, he's more raw than Allen Roger Curry. So I encourage young men, older men, middle-aged men, senior men, find what works for you. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say that direct game is going to work for you, or if it's for you, that's for you to decide. If indirect is for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's not. But from my experience, you know, I'm more of a man being direct. And I always felt like a little boy being indirect. So I encourage all men, look into Allen Roger Curry, look into David X, and find what works for you. And always remember, no one is going to like you the way you like you. No one is going to respect you the way that you respect you. No one can see you like you see you. Okay? Rest in peace to David X. Rest in peace to Allen Roger Curry. A moment of silence for the grandfather of direct game and the father of direct game. And always remember, life is a game of chess and every move counts. Know the board, know the pieces, win the game.